Hello and welcome to bettingnews.boylesports.com. I'm Nicola McGeady and I'm joined by Leon Blanche to discuss a week of international friendlies. First game we're going to talk about is the Holland USA game. Now the Americans have never beaten the Dutch before. I suppose it's going to be a good test for the USA to see how they're going to get on in the World Cup. What's the odds looking like?
Yeah, it is a good test for them, Nicola. You're right. European opposition similar to who they'll play in the World Cup. England 2-1 on Holland. You'd expect Holland to win 6-1 the Americans and 13-5 the draw. I think many people have been surprised with how good Landon Donovan has done since he moved to Everton from the MLS. So he'll be one of the superstars for the Americans. Probably Tim Howard will play in goal, but you'd fancy Holland at home at 2-on. They should beat them, even though it is only a friendly, but a good test for the Americans.
Okay, and the next game is the Wales-Sweden game. I suppose this is a test, for Euro 2012 qualifications. It's not a real huge important game compared to some of the other international friendlies that are going on, but it could be some good betting opportunities there.
Yeah, there could be. The Wales are unfortunate. Bellamy's not in the squad. Young Ramsey, of course, had a horrific leg break playing for Arsenal against Stoke, so I think there's going to be a lot of young lads getting their chance for Wales. Sweden, Ibrahimovic has retired from international football, as has Henrik Larsson, so I don't know where the goals are going to come from. I think this is going to be one of the most boring games during the entire week, and if I was having a bet on this, I'd go probably for a 1-1 draw or a 0-0 draw, but the draw at 9-4 is where I'd have a bet.
Okay. The next game we're going to talk about is Spain-France. I suppose this game, it's World Cup favourites against World Cup cheats, arguably. I'm hoping Spain are going to win this, but where's the money going?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm hoping as a Liverpool fan that they don't play Fernando Torres for more than 45 minutes, because if he was to play 90 minutes for Spain and then come out and can't play for the league, that'd be disgraceful. But Spain are 6-4, France 15-8, and the draw here at 2-1. I see Cisse has been recalled to the French squad as standby for Louis Saha. If they're recalling the likes of Djibril Cisse, I think Raymond Domenech has really lost his mind, because Cisse is no international superstar at all. But I like Spain. They've got so many good players. Even without Torres, they've got the likes of Villa, De Silva, plenty of options attacking wise. So I'm going to go with Spain to beat France at 6-4.
Okay, then the next game is probably not one of the most interesting ones again. It's Czech Republic v Scotland. How do you think this is going to fare out?
Yeah, well, it's a big game for Scotland, like for all sorts of reasons. It's the first game in charge for Craig Levein. At home, he'll want to get off to a good start. Looks as if McGregor, the Rangers goalkeeper, has been recalled from his Scotland exile internationally. Played very well in the 1-0 win against Celtic, so he should start. And I actually think that Scotland might pull off. It won't be a shock if they beat the Czech Republic, because the Czech Republic are not the powerhouse that they once used to be in European football. So I'll go with Scotland at 8-5 to beat the Czechs. The Czechs are also available 8-5, and the draw is 11-5. But Scotland, for me, home advantage under a new manager. Players wanting to impress, they should win. I was going to say claim all 3 points, but there's no points up for grabs here.
Okay, well, the final game we're going to talk about, and the biggest one, all eyes are going to be on this one. It's the England-Egypt clash at Wembley. It's going to give Fabio Capello an insight into who his starting 11 is going to be. How do you think this is going to fare out? And I suppose, is Terry going to get booed?
Yeah, well, that's the big question. Like Wayne Rooney, I heard him in his press conference yesterday saying that he wants the English fans to get behind Terry, but realistically I don't think a lot of them are going to get behind him. Maybe the London one will, but the rest of the English fans, yeah, the Chelsea fans will get behind him. England will win this, and they'll win it quite comfortably. It's how many players that Capello will risk, and more importantly, will he start Baines or will he start Warnock left full? I think that's the big question mark on everybody's lips. My opinion is they'll probably both get a half to see who's going to be the undercut. I still think Ashley Cole will be fit for the World Cup, so it doesn't really matter.
There'll be plenty of substitutions.
Yeah, plenty of substitutions, I would say. Right full, who's going to play right back? Will it be Wes Brown? I would say Wes Brown will get the nod to start right full. But the most important thing for England fans is Rooney. He wants to play. I mean, it's great to see a player like this. He wants to play every minute of every game.
Will he score a header again?
Well, I mean, he's a very short price to score a header. I think he's only 6-4 or something to score a header in the match. I think he's got 8 in the last 11 games, so he's on fire with his head. Before that, he'd only scored 3 or 4 goals in his entire career. But Rooney is the man, and I think a lot of other players should actually look at Wayne Rooney and take a leaf out of his book and not cry off injured for friendly games or cry off whatever you do. He wants to play. I think Capello will give him 45 minutes. Rooney, for me, to score first goal should be the bet, because he's the only player. It's funny, if he got injured, England's World Cup chances would be gone, and Manchester United's league aspirations and Champions League would also be finished. So I would hope, as a Liverpool fan, Rooney might get injured.
Okay, so it's England all the way for Leon. Thanks.